Hello everybody and welcome back to Full House Sports here, myself Charlie. A reminder before the video starts to please like, comment and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated as I try and become a one-man sports news bandwagon. Now the T20 World Cup final has literally just finished and India are the champions, crushing New Zealand by 96 runs. I think the damage was done in the first innings, to be honest with you. Abhishek Sharma 50 off 18, 9-2 without loss off the power play. It was pretty one-sided from there in, and it stayed that way throughout the whole India innings. 110 without loss at 8 overs. God, you saw the writing was on the wall from New Zealand. They needed another Finn Allen or Seifert special in their innings, and it didn't happen. And listen, India have won another T20 World Cup. They're second in a row, the first nation to ever do that. They're also the first host to ever win the tournament. And it's a really, I think, tricky point, to be honest with you, because as a cricket fan, you want to give them credit. You want to give them the props they deserve because they've got undoubtedly some very talented players. Jasprit Bumrah is, I said it the other day on my preview, he is one of the best death bowlers I have seen in a long time. Probably, I'm trying to think who comes to mind, a death bowling, but he is there. Him, probably since like Malinga or Stain, them sort of players. He's phenomenal at the death. His Yorkers are always on point. But I think there's a feeling amongst cricket fans that this was not set up for India to win because they've still got to win. They've got to take advantage of the circumstances. But there was certainly, I think, some stuff done in this tournament that has left a bitter taste in the mouth of cricket fans. From the start, there was the whole debacle with Bangladesh and what happened there. And I don't think it's a great look for cricket when the ICC's chairman, through family links, is directly linked to the Indian government. I don't think that's right. And it sounds bitter because England and India put on a great game, and it's not on the players. That's the thing. But you do think, the South Africa game where they lost to the Super 8s, since then, it seems to have been that they've got a lot of flat tracks. 250 appears to be the new 200. And whether they'd have lost to, but there was no competition today between bat and ball. And people will say, yeah, but New Zealand had the same pitch, etc. And I do actually think the caveat with that is, I do think that New Zealand's bowling was poor, especially towards the end. Like even with Dubé, they were bowling in his hitting arc. You can't bowl there to him. Like it was reactive bowling rather than proactive bowling. But I do think this tournament has maybe not opened a lot of people's eyes, because the eyes were open anyway to what was going on in cricket. But I think has made a lot of cricket fans sit up and go, is this healthy for the sport? Because I do think that we are now getting to a stage where India are seemingly calling the shots, not just in Indian cricket, but in global cricket. The BCCI seems to be calling global crickets, the way it's being run. And I don't know. I don't want to sound bitter, and I don't want to sound like, because it would have been, I made no secret fact, I would have liked New Zealand to have won today, not because I don't like India, but because they're the nearly men of ICC tournaments, and again, they can't get over the line. They always have to do it in other teams' backyards. Even in 2015, the final was at the MCG, wasn't it? And, then 2019, when we beat them on boundary count, not sure if I'm a fan of that, to be honest, but that's that. And they've done it in backyard after backyard. And I do feel a little bit like, what I think the problem is that we all expected it, and maybe it's the hopes that's killed us, that there could be an upset. But India have done it. And also, I do think, though, as well, it is important to point out, India have an incredible strength and depth because of the IPL. This format, they are very, very good in because they have by far away the best league in it. And I said they've got one of the best death bowlers of all time. But, yeah, not sure about this one, to be honest with you, about what happened throughout the whole tournament, to be honest. But it is what it is. Listen, I say it is what it is. It's not negative. India are ICC T20 World Cup champions. It was to be expected. Fair play to them. They've won the game. And listen, what can you say? They reign supreme. As always, guys, thank you for watching. It's been a fantastic tournament, I think. Well, it's been a weird tournament, I think. I think positives are, for example, Zimbabwe showing that they're back ready to compete, getting to Super 8. So I was really happy with that. We had close to some upsets, didn't we, with Nepal against England? That's the one that immediately springs to mind. That was one that went close. Pakistan, Netherlands on the very first game of the tournament went close to being an upset. But we didn't get as many. The associates sort of stood up, but they didn't quite get over the line. But I think there's more hope for the associates. I'd keep them involved, definitely, because especially for countries like Italy and the USA, there's real growth potential there, and keep them involved. There were some outstanding individual performances. I think Will Jacks for England, Sanju Samson, Seifert, Finn Allen, Shimron Hetmar at times as well for the West Indies, all spring to mind immediately. There's some great games as well, some great moments. Sri Lanka putting the Aussies out, but yeah, not sure about it at all. Not sure what I'd give it. Probably about a 6 out of 10, to be honest, in hindsight. But we'll have to wait. It's what it is. We all watched, and that's the main thing, and it's done now. As always, guys, let's know what you think. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated as a Tropical Warm Man Sports News bandwagon. I've been Charlie, Full House Sports. Have a great day.